Hi, thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with the war in Iran and a private admission from the Iranian government. We just learned Iran told the Trump administration they made a mistake in shooting at commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The attack on 3 ships led to 2 days of intense strikes. CBS News chief foreign affairs correspondent and Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan says Iran blamed the attacks on hardliners who were trying to undermine negotiations.
The Trump administration is saying, let's get back to talking. But it brings us back to that bigger question of, can the people being sent to negotiate actually deliver some of the hardliners within their own government, the same guys who started firing on ships?
Earlier today, the president reiterated the ceasefire was over, but said the U.S. will continue talks at the request of Iran. As of Friday evening, Iranian officials have not yet responded to Trump's latest claims. CBS News political reporter Zak Hudak joins me now. Zach, the White House held a call with reporters. What was discussed?
Lindsay, the top line of that call, which lasted for about 30 minutes, was definitely what you just pointed out, that Iran is trying to push blame for restarting the skirmishes off itself and onto bad actors within its own country. They're trying to say, look, we are negotiating in good faith. And you can see why they're doing that, because this has been a repeated Groundhog Day type scenario where negotiations seem to be making progress and then they fizzle out, in large part because of the strait not remaining fully open. So what does the U.S. need out of this? What those senior administration officials said, they have effectively demanded that Iran publicly say that the strait is open through all channels. They want Iran to give trust to these shipping companies and to everyone else that they are going to do everything they can to prevent those bad actors within the country, if that's actually what happened, from slowing down traffic. Another point from that call was that those administration officials said that bombing, whether or not it was the Iranian government backing it, was a breach of the memorandum of understanding that actually started the ceasefire, because in that agreement, it says that Iran will do all that it can to try to keep the strait open. So that is the U.S. basically saying, look, you've breached the agreement. You really need to make good on this now if you want to get back to even square one of where we were, a few weeks after this conflict began. So a lot to unpack here and a lot to be discussed in those talks tomorrow in Oman.
There's also a new report from the Wall Street Journal about an Iranian assassination plot against President Trump. What do we know and how is he responding?
We know that Israel tipped off U.S. intelligence that Iran had a fresh plot to assassinate the president. The president talked to the New York Post about this and said effectively that they've long been trying to kill him. They've been trying to kill him since he oversaw the assassination of Soleimani. In many ways, he's correct. In 2014, there were 2 instances of folks being indicted for plots related to the IRGC, the Iranian military, that were trying to assassinate the president. So he's right in many ways. I don't know that these threats have ever fully stopped, and this seems like just a continuation of that from that attack so many years ago.
Zak Hudak, thank you.